So this CEO is going through a client's profile when she notices something. The tie around his neck is the exact same one she bought her husband from Hong Kong. And that brings her right back to a conversation she had with him just a few days ago. "Hey, where's that tie I got you? I can't find it anywhere. I think I spilled all over myself at dinner and got the tie dirty. I probably gave it to someone, Kevin or Xiao Zhao, to get it cleaned." Seeing her own tie on a client's neck made zero sense, so she called her assistant in and started asking questions about the guy. Her assistant smirked and said, "Oh, you're asking the right person. Hong Xiaomi? She's not your average client. Word is she's got a mystery boyfriend, and out of only 30 limited edition ties in the world, she owns 10 of them. She's the real deal. Word is she's also chasing a limited edition scarf lately." That helped ease her mind a little, but thinking about her rich, powerful husband, she still couldn't shake the uneasy feeling. So that night, the second her husband stepped into the shower, she grabbed his phone to look for clues. Here's the thing. Her husband, who always complained that passwords were too much hassle, had suddenly put one on his phone. She tried a few combos. Nothing worked. That only made her more convinced he was hiding something. She had no choice but to give up, for now. She went digging through the walk-in closet and actually found a fancy gift box. She opened it, and inside was that exact limited edition scarf her assistant had just mentioned. Connect that with the tie situation, and the picture was pretty clear. Something was going on between them. She just sat there on the bed, completely frozen. She couldn't wrap her head around it. This guy everyone saw as the perfect husband, great provider, loving father. How could he do this? No matter how slammed he was at work, he always made it home for dinner and the kids. There was never a single red flag. The news hit her like a truck. She felt completely drained, helpless, and lost. With nowhere to put all that pain, she went straight to her best friend. Her bestie took one look at her, eyes red, barely holding it together, and immediately asked what happened. That's when she spilled everything about suspecting her husband was cheating. She even pulled up photos on her phone to show her. "Who even is this? You see that tie around her neck? Your husband has the exact same one, but a while back he told me he lost it." "Sis, your husband never used a passcode? And now all of a sudden he does?" Her bestie listened to everything and honestly wasn't surprised. She took a deep breath and decided it was time to tell her what she'd known all along. "Since you already know, I'm not gonna hide it anymore." When she found out her bestie had known the whole time, she couldn't hold back. She was furious. "How could you keep this from me? Why didn't you tell me sooner?" Her bestie said she'd tried to hint at it, but she was so confident in her husband that it went right over her head. Turns out, just a few days earlier, while the two of them were at the mall getting bubble tea, her husband was there too, with his side piece, shopping around. They were literally holding hands getting off the escalator, and her bestie caught the whole thing out of the corner of her eye. They were laughing and planning dinner at a steakhouse, then a movie after, the whole date night. Her bestie saw it all go down, and that's when she dropped that friendly little warning. "Keep an eye on that rich husband of yours, or someone else will take him." But back then, she trusted her husband 100%. "Me and him, we've been through it all together, ride or die. Your sister's got nothing to worry about, trust me." "Stop worrying about me. That man doesn't have the guts, not in a million years." Her bestie saw how confident she was and didn't push it. She didn't want to come off as the hater stirring up drama. Now sitting here, she finally understood what her bestie had been trying to say. The tears just started falling. She blamed herself for being too trusting, too blind. The signs were all there, and she chose to ignore every single one of them. No wonder he'd been getting more and more short-tempered with her lately. "You done throwing your tantrum? Keep your work drama at work. I'm not your punching bag." The overtime was piling up too, and she thought back to how he'd been pushing her to have a son, with his parents constantly on her case about a second baby. "We really need to get moving on that second kid."
Exactly, don't wait too long."
But her first pregnancy had taken a serious toll on her body, and having another child came with real risks, so she never agreed to it. Was this why he went looking elsewhere? Because she wouldn't give him a son? She couldn't tell if he was planning to keep a secret family on the side or just leave her, but either way, she couldn't accept it. What did over a decade of giving everything she had even mean to him? She got home and completely fell apart, sobbing uncontrollably. "You know who I have to meet tomorrow? Hong Xiaomi. She's my client now, my biggest, most important client." Good thing her bestie was there with her. She slowly pulled herself together and decided it was time to fight back. The next day, she showed up to work like a boss. Her role as CEO didn't leave room for a breakdown. Hundreds of employees were counting on her. But she wasn't about to let her husband off the hook either. When she thought about the woman wrecking her marriage, she wanted to tear her apart with her bare hands. Just as she was about to lose it again, her best friend called. Her husband had taken his side piece on a getaway out of town. She linked up with her bestie immediately, and they used the tracker she'd already planted in his car to follow them. The whole drive there, she was still naively hoping, maybe, just maybe, he was only out there for a business meeting and nothing more. But reality hit hard. They were already in the room, wrapped up in each other, with no idea what was coming for them. They pulled up to a 5-star resort, and by this point, she was absolutely seething. She stormed into the hotel and told her bestie, "We're getting proof today, no matter what."